You ever walk out to your car, coffee in hand, ready to take on the day, only to turn the key and nothing, not even a click? Just silence. That sinking feeling hits you right in the gut. Your car battery is dead. Now, most people would just call for a jump or maybe even a tow, but what if I told you that you could actually revive that dead car battery at home with just a few simple tools and a little bit of patience? Stick around, because today I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you need to bring that battery back to life, save yourself some cash, and maybe even impress your neighbors. And trust me, you don't need to be a mechanic or have a garage full of fancy equipment. All you need is a little know-how, a bit of elbow grease, and the willingness to get your hands just a little dirty. Before we dive in, if you're into practical, no-nonsense guides that save you money and keep you ahead of the curve, hit that subscribe button right now. You don't want to miss what's coming up next on Boring Economic Update. All right, let's get into it. First things first, safety. I know, you've heard it a million times, but batteries are no joke. They're heavy, they're full of acid, and if you're not careful, they can be dangerous. So before you even think about touching that battery, make sure your car is turned off, the keys are out of the ignition, and you're working in a well-ventilated area. If you're inside a garage, open the doors. If you're outside, even better. And if you've got gloves and safety glasses, now's the time to put them on. Trust me, you don't want battery acid anywhere near your skin or eyes. Now, let's get that battery out of the car. Pop the hood and take a good look at where your battery is sitting. Most car batteries are held in place by a simple bracket or clamp. You'll need a wrench or socket set to loosen the bolts. Start by disconnecting the negative terminal first. That's usually the black one. Why? Because if you accidentally touch a metal tool to the car's frame while you're working on the positive terminal, you could create a short circuit. Not fun. So, negative off. First, then positive. Once both terminals are disconnected, carefully lift the battery out of the car. These things can be heavy, so use both hands and watch your back. With the battery out, set it down on a sturdy surface in your well-ventilated area. Now, take a good look at those terminals. Are they covered in white, crusty stuff? That's corrosion, and it's one of the main reasons batteries stop working. To clean it off, mix up a little baking soda and water, just enough to make a paste. Grab an old toothbrush or a wire brush and scrub those terminals until they're shiny and clean. If you've got some terminal cleaner spray, even better. Just make sure you get all the gunk off, because good contact is key to a healthy battery. Next up, let's check the water level inside the battery. Most car batteries have little caps on top that you can unscrew or pop off. If yours is a sealed battery, you can skip this step, but if you see caps, go ahead and open them up. Take a peek inside each cell. The water should cover the lead plates, but not be overflowing. If it's low, top it up with distilled water. Not tap water, because the minerals in tap water can mess up the chemistry inside the battery. Just a little bit in each cell, enough to cover the plates. Don't overfill. Now comes the fun part, charging the battery. If you've got a smart charger, that's the best option. These chargers can sense the battery's condition and adjust the charging rate automatically, so you don't have to worry about overcharging. If you've only got a manual charger, that's fine too, but you'll need to keep a closer eye on things. Hook up the charger's positive clamp to the battery's positive terminal, and the negative clamp to the negative terminal. Double check your connections. You don't want to mix these up. Set the charger to a slow or medium charge. Fast charging might seem tempting, but it can actually damage the battery and shorten its life. Patience is your friend here. While the battery is charging, keep an eye on it. If you see any bubbling, hissing, or if the battery starts to get hot, unplug the charger right away. That's a sign something's not right. Most batteries will take several hours to charge, especially if they were completely dead. If you're using a smart charger, it'll usually tell you when the battery is fully charged. If you're using a manual charger, check the voltage with a multimeter. A fully charged car battery should read around 12.6 volts or a little higher. If it's still below 12 volts after several hours, the battery might be too far gone. But let's say your battery is heavily sulfated. That's when the lead plates inside get coated with a hard white crust that makes it hard for the battery to hold a charge. If you suspect this is the case, you can try using a diesel fader. These devices send high-frequency pulses through the battery to break up the sulfate crystals. They're not a magic fix, but they can sometimes bring a dying battery back from the brink. If you don't have a diesel fader, there's an old-school trick you can try, an Epsom salt solution. Dissolve about a tablespoon of Epsom salt in a cup of warm distilled water, and carefully pour a little into each cell. This can sometimes help restore the battery's ability to hold a charge, but it's not guaranteed. Think of it as a last-ditch effort before you give up on the battery entirely. Once your battery is fully charged, it's time to put it back in the car. Carefully lift it back into place, making sure it's seated securely. Reattach the positive terminal first this time, then the negative. Tighten the clamps so they're snug, but don't go overboard. You don't want to crack the battery posts. Double check that everything is secure, then close the hood and hop in the driver's seat. Take a deep breath, turn the key, and listen. If the engine roars to life, congratulations. You just revived your dead car battery. If it's still dead, well, you gave it your best shot. Sometimes a battery is just too far gone and it's time for a replacement. But let's talk about why this happens in the first place. Car batteries don't last forever. In fact, most only last about 3 to 5 years depending on how you drive, the climate you live in, and how well you maintain them. Extreme heat, like we get in a lot of the US, can actually evaporate the water inside the battery and speed up the chemical reactions that wear it out. Cold weather, on the other hand, makes it harder for the battery to deliver enough power to start your engine. If you leave your lights on or your car sits unused for weeks at a time, that can drain the battery too. The good news is, with a little bit of regular maintenance, you can extend the life of your battery and avoid getting stranded. So what can you do to keep your battery healthy? For starters, check those terminals every few months and clean off any corrosion as soon as you see it. Make sure the battery is securely fastened in its tray. Vibrations from a loose battery can actually damage the internal plates. If you live in a hot climate, check the water level more often and top up with distilled water as needed. And if you know your car is going to sit for a while, consider disconnecting the battery or hooking it up to a trickle charger to keep it topped off. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it really worth all this effort? Why not just buy a new battery and be done with it? Well, here's the thing. Car batteries aren't cheap, and if you can squeeze another year or two out of your old one, that's money in your pocket. Plus, there's something satisfying about fixing something yourself instead of just throwing it away. It's better for your wallet, and it's better for the environment. And who knows? The next time your buddy's car won't start, you'll be the one who knows exactly what to do. But let's not sugarcoat it. Sometimes a battery is just too far gone. If you've tried everything and it still won't hold a charge, it's time to bite the bullet and get a new one. When you do, make sure to recycle the old battery properly. Most auto parts stores will take your old battery and make sure it gets recycled safely. Don't just toss it in the trash. Those things are full of lead and acid, and we don't need any more of that in our landfills. So, to recap, if your car battery is dead, don't panic. Remove it from the car, clean the terminals, check the water level, and give it a slow, steady charge. If it's heavily sulfated, try a desulfator or an Epsom salt solution as a last resort. Once it's charged, put it back in the car and see if it starts. If it does, great. You just saved yourself a trip to the auto parts store. If not, well, at least you know you gave it your best shot. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever revived a dead car battery at home? Did it work? Or did you end up buying a new one anyway? Drop your story in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing about your experiences. And if you found this guide helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel and lets me know you want more practical money-saving tips like this. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. You never know who might need it the next time their car won't start. Before we wrap up, let's talk about a few common mistakes people make when trying to revive a dead battery. First, don't try to jumpstart a battery that's cracked or leaking. That's a recipe for disaster. If you see any signs of physical damage, just replace the battery. Second, don't use anything other than distilled water to top up the cells. Tap water can introduce minerals that mess up the battery's chemistry. Third, don't rush the charging process. Slow and steady wins the race here. Fast charging might get you back on the road quicker, but it can also shorten the life of your battery. And finally, don't forget to check your alternator. Sometimes, what looks like a dead battery is actually a charging problem. If your new battery keeps dying, have your alternator tested at an auto parts store. Most will do it for free. All right, let's bring it home. Reviving a dead car battery isn't rocket science, but it does take a little bit of patience and attention to detail. With the steps I've laid out today, you've got everything you need to give it a shot. Worst case scenario, you're out a little bit of time and effort. Best case, you save yourself a chunk of change and get your car back on the road without calling for help. Either way, you're learning a valuable skill that'll serve you well for years to come. If you made it this far, you're exactly the kind of person I want hanging out here on Boring Economic Update. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new video. I've got a ton of practical guides and money-saving tips coming your way, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. And if you know someone who's always having car trouble, share this video with them. You might just save their day. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the simplest fixes are the most satisfying. Stay curious, stay handy, and I'll see you in the next one.